life would come from the stars. But it came from deep beneath the Pacific.
What the hell is going on?
The first kaiju made land in San Francisco. The second attack hit Manila. Then the third one hit Cabo. And then we learned this was not going to stop. In order to fight monsters, we created monsters of our own. We needed a new weapon. The Jaeger program was born.
Get out here and take your punishment like a man. Yeah, well, we beat you like a woman. So, we're gonna put your body bag in a body bag. You guys won't mind that, right? Okay, so Pacific Rim. Not a movie I was expecting a whole hell of a lot out of. Honestly, like, I had an idea of what I was getting into. Like, I grew up with those, those old monster movies like Godzilla. And I heard it had a similar feel to that, just a modern day feel, if that makes any sense. And basically the premise of this movie is, it's sort of a post-apocalyptic future, and there's these big giant monsters called kaijus, and they basically overrun the entire population, and the human line of defense are these big giant robots called Jaegers. And basically that's your premise. It's just one big old survival fight story. Basically, if you see any monster movie, then you know the whole stick here. And the movie itself, the action is really, really well done. Now, for anyone thinking that this is going to be like Transformers or anything like that, it's not like Transformers. Yours were man-made, and basically they were made as a military defense system. Whereas the Transformers, they're aliens, and they're also here to protect the people of Earth. And it's shot differently too. Like, these Jaegers, they feel big, they feel massive. When the camera is like zooming and panning around, and it feels like you're, standing on the shoulder of a Jaeger and just watching this thing kick ass. And the kaijus actually, and the Jaegers, I should say, feel like they have actual weight behind them. And you can feel the force of the punches, and it feels impactful and it feels epic. So yeah, the cinematography really, really well done, and the action itself is really well done as well. Where it's lacking though is pretty much everything else. Like I said, the story is really sort of generic, and the characters are not really all that interesting. And one of the things about the action is, in dark places it was a little bit hard to follow, and a little bit disorientating at times too, but nothing really that bad. And like I said, the characters are not all that interesting, and they just give us this one reason to get behind them, and it doesn't feel like enough. And then you have these nerdy little stereotypes, and pretty much every character in this is a stereotype in one form or another, and I don't know, it just came off as a little bit cliched. Also, this movie has Idris Elba, who, as usual, does an awesome job, even if he's not given that much to work with. Ron Perlman's in this movie too, and he's got a really eccentric sort of character. But, again, not a bad performance. Generally, not a lot of the performances are that bad. It's just they weren't given that much to work with, and as a result, the characters feel weak, and the story in general feels weak too. And in terms of everything else, there really isn't that much to talk about. Like I said, the action for the most part is really well done, but not that much else memorable about it. Okay, so that's my general thoughts, non-spoiler of course, on Berserk Rim. If you want to check out my spoiler review, go out and check it. Go out and see the movie and check it, I should say. But otherwise, I just gave you everything in a nutshell, so take it for what it's worth.
時は満ちた、もうめし